Lucy and the Quest for the Golden Unicorn. It was the beginning of summer when the sky stretched out as far as Lucy could see, painted in endless hues of blue. The warmth of the sun kissed her cheeks as her curly hair bounced with every step she took down the gravel path leading into the bustling farm park. Today wasn't just an ordinary visit to the park. Today, something special awaited, the legendary Golden Unicorn treasure hunt. For weeks, Lucy had been excited about this day. She had heard stories from friends and neighbors about the treasure hunt and how the winner would get to take home the Golden Unicorn, an enchanting trophy said to bring good luck and joy to whoever found it. Lucy, brimming with excitement and hope, couldn't wait for her turn to be part of this magical adventure. Her parents smiled as they watched her dart ahead, her yellow dress fluttering like sunshine itself. The farm park was alive with activity. Children laughed and played, chasing each other around while their families explored the attractions. The farm was full of friendly animals, fluffy sheep, curious cows, and clucking chickens. But for Lucy, all of that was a backdrop to her true mission. At the entrance to the treasure hunt, a large wooden sign stood tall, announcing the beginning of the event. The quest for the Golden Unicorn, a magical journey awaits. Lucy's heart raced as she approached the starting point. There, standing by a rustic barn, was a jolly farmer who greeted the children as they arrived. His wide-brimmed hat shaded his sun-worn face, and his voice boomed with enthusiasm. "Welcome, brave adventurers. Today, you'll embark on a journey filled with riddles, challenges, and hidden treasures. The prize, of course, is the Golden Unicorn. But beware, this treasure is only for those with the sharpest eyes, the quickest minds, and the bravest hearts." Lucy grinned, determination shining in her eyes. She had been practicing solving riddles for weeks and was ready for the challenge. The farmer handed each contestant a small parchment scroll tied with a red ribbon. Inside was the first clue. To begin your quest, find the tallest tree, where birds sing high and the air is free. Below its branches, beneath the bark, lies the secret to light your spark. Lucy paused for a moment, her mind racing. She scanned the farm park, her gaze locking onto a towering oak tree at the edge of the field. "That's it," she whispered to herself. With a quick glance back at her parents, who gave her an encouraging nod, she sprinted toward the oak tree. As Lucy approached, she noticed a few other children had gathered around the tree, each searching intently for the hidden clue. But Lucy had a feeling she knew where to look. Remembering how her father once showed her how insects burrowed under the bark of trees, she knelt down and carefully peeled back a piece of bark at the base of the oak. Her heart leaped when she saw a small slip of paper tucked inside the wood. "I found it," she exclaimed, pulling the paper free. It was the second clue. "To the barn, where the hay is stacked high. Look for the ladder that reaches the sky. A hidden box lies between the beams. Unlock its secrets to fulfill your dreams." Lucy beamed. She knew exactly where the barn was, having visited it earlier with her parents. The large, red structure stood proudly in the center of the farm, filled with the sweet scent of hay and the chatter of barn animals. Lucy didn't waste a second. She dashed across the field, her curly hair bouncing as the sun glinted off her golden locks. When she arrived at the barn, she was greeted by the familiar sound of cows lowing and chickens clucking. The ladder mentioned in the clue was easy to spot. It leaned against the far wall, reaching up to the loft where bales of hay were neatly stacked. Lucy quickly climbed the ladder, her small hands gripping the wooden rungs as she ascended. Once at the top, she scanned the area. There, hidden between two massive beams, was a small wooden box. With her hands shaking slightly from excitement, Lucy carefully opened the box. Inside was another piece of paper, folded neatly. She unfolded it, and her eyes sparkled as she read the next clue. "Beneath the pond, where lilies grow, a special place where secrets flow. Look for the stone that skips the best. There you'll find the key to your quest." Lucy smiled at the thought of the pond. It was one of her favorite spots in the park, where she often played with her best friend, Aiden. They loved skimming stones across the water, competing to see whose stone could bounce the farthest. She remembered Aiden once telling her about a special, smooth stone he had found, one that skipped 7 times in a single throw. Without hesitation, Lucy made her way to the pond. As she approached, the sound of frogs croaking and the soft rustle of reeds greeted her. The water sparkled in the sunlight, and the surface was dotted with lily pads. Several children were already at the water's edge, tossing stones and searching for the clue. But Lucy had a hunch. She walked along the shore, looking for the flat stone Aidan had shown her. After a few moments, she spotted it, half buried in the sand. Lucy bent down and pried it loose. Underneath was a small, golden key. Her heart raced. She knew this key was important, but what did it open? Her question was soon answered when she looked at the key more closely. Engraved on its side was the image of a unicorn. The treasure chest. Lucy gasped. She remembered hearing that the final treasure was locked inside a chest, hidden somewhere in the park. As Lucy held the key tightly in her hand, she heard a familiar voice call her name. Turning around, she saw Aidan running toward her, his face flushed with excitement. "Lucy, did you find the key?" he asked breathlessly. Lucy nodded, showing him the golden key in her palm. "I think this is it," she said, her voice filled with excitement. "Now we just need to find the treasure chest." Together, Lucy and Aidan set off in search of the chest. They ran through the fields, past the animal pens, and over the wooden bridges that crisscrossed the park. Finally, near a small flower garden tucked away behind the main barn, they spotted something glimmering in the sunlight. It was the treasure chest. The chest was small but ornate, made of wood and decorated with carvings of unicorns and stars. Its lock gleamed golden, matching the key in Lucy's hand. With trembling fingers, Lucy inserted the key into the lock and turned it. There was a soft click, and the chest slowly opened. Inside, nestled on a bed of soft velvet, was the golden unicorn trophy. It was more beautiful than Lucy had ever imagined, a shimmering, gold-painted unicorn statue with delicate wings and a flowing mane. Its eyes sparkled with tiny jewels, and its horn gleamed brightly in the sunlight. Lucy couldn't believe her eyes. She had done it. She had completed the treasure hunt and won the golden unicorn. Aidan cheered beside her, clapping his hands in excitement. As Lucy carefully lifted the unicorn out of the chest, a crowd of children and families gathered around, clapping and cheering for her. The farmer from the start of the hunt appeared, a wide grin on his face. "Well done, young lady," he said, tipping his hat. "You've proven yourself to be brave, clever, and determined. The golden unicorn is yours." Lucy beamed with pride as she held the trophy high for everyone to see. Her parents, who had been watching from a distance, rushed over to congratulate her. Hugging her tightly. That evening, as the sun began to set and the sky turned shades of pink and orange, Lucy sat with her family on a picnic blanket, the golden unicorn trophy gleaming beside her. She felt a sense of accomplishment and magic, knowing that this day would be one she would never forget. From that day forward, the golden unicorn sat proudly on Lucy's windowsill, reminding her of the adventure she had at the farm park, and the belief that with determination, anything was possible.